What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Rob James coming at you guys with another video. Black Ops 4 is a dead game at this point. Nobody's really interested in seeing any further gameplay, so I've been struggling trying to figure out how I can keep audiences engaged. What kind of content can I push out? Well, I've also noticed that I've been gaining a few subscribers here with commentary videos, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to keep on pushing out commentary videos until the release of Modern Warfare, and then at the same time try to polish up on my own commentary skills while I'm at it, because I know that's the department that I'm seriously lacking in. Now, the gameplay that you're watching now, I have a few gameplay clips that I wanted to show you guys. Both of these gameplay clips were losses, okay? Now, when we're doing good at these video games, we don't have a whole lot to say. We take it for what it is and we bask in the moment. It's when we're doing bad, when we're not having our best showing, that all the gripes and the complaints get started. So that's what I'm gonna do here. It's in all fun, no malice intended. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna gripe for a little bit, okay? Now keep in mind, once again, this is all just my opinion. You guys' opinions are more than welcome as well, whether they share my narrative or whether they differ from my narrative. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So I want to talk about the 5 things that I hated about Black Ops 4. Now, since it's the end of the game's life cycle, I want to go ahead and do a small recap here. 5 things I didn't like about the game. Now, we all have different things that we absolutely hated about the game, but I want to share the things that I hated about the game. Now, some of you guys out there will have counterpoints to my opinions, whether it be the whole traditional, oh, well, you just need to get good, and oh, you just need to suck it up and get better at the game. Well, you know what? I've gotten good at the game. I've sucked it up. I've dealt with it because I continue playing it, right? My KD is at a 2.5. It is a 2.5 KD. It's not as good as some of y'all's out there that have, what, a 3 or a 4 KD. And let's be honest, our numbers anyway are inflated because of the EKIA system. But I'm going to go ahead and share this with you guys anyway. And if you have things that you hated about the game, whatever they may be, go ahead and post them down in the comment section. I would love to take a look at them. Number 5, I absolutely hated the TTK, the time to kill. Now, I don't know how a lot of you guys felt about it. You know, it's something that I've gotten used to over time, but from the jump, I thought it was a bad idea because I thought it would give an unnecessary advantage to some of the other players and the way that they play the game. And I'm talking more or less about the people that absolutely love the shotguns and the snipers. Now, snipers in the past, they've given me the blues, but I did not mind challenging these guys anyway, because if my shot was spot on, I can go ahead and take that shot and see if I could put them down before they eventually snapped on and killed me with the quick scope or the hard scope, however they got it done. In Black Ops 4, with the enhanced time to kill, 150 health, you know, I will engage with the sniper and I'll probably get their health down about halfway until they snap on, and then they quick scope me, hard scope me, whatever the case may be. And then of course, you know, this will also include the tac rifle users, you know, because their weapons, they don't generally have a lot of recoil, and that's why I started using them later on in the game, because I saw how effective they were against the TTK. I don't know how some of you guys fared against shotgunners and fared against snipers with the TTK. I absolutely couldn't stand it. I thought that the Paladin was probably the greatest shotgun in the entire game of Black Ops 4. Yes, you heard that correctly. I did not address it as a sniper. I addressed it as a shotgun weapon. And then another thing, and this is solely on me, I always played the assumption game. I would engage with an enemy, as you'll see a few times in the gameplay clips that I'm showing you guys. I would engage with an enemy and I would be certain that I had them where I wanted them. I assumed that I landed enough bullets to kill them, and that just simply wasn't the case. Those guys would turn around and they would melt me in an instant, and I almost lost a few controllers, and this is why I've taken a break from the game a time or two, because I'm not going to let this game consume me of my, you know, my mental stability. You know, I generally like to be happy when I play these video games. It's not that serious. You know, if things aren't working my way, I'm just going to shut it down. So yes, this does involve me rage quitting. After I rage quit, I probably wouldn't touch it for a while. But yeah, that's number 5, was the time to kill. I absolutely hated that. Number 4, the specialists were highly overpowered in this game. Now, I can't make this make sense to save my life, but how do you follow up the mechanics of an absolutely great game like Black Ops 3 and you follow that up with a cluster like Black Ops 4? I understand the original intent by Treyarch. They wanted everyone to feel welcome, whether you were a skilled gamer or more so whether you were just a casual gamer or a Call of Duty player that wasn't that good at the game. They wanted a way to make everyone feel inclusive here, and they wanted to make everyone feel powerful upon the beginning of the match. But you know, that's the caveat to all this. because at the end of the day, you still have those skilled gamers, and then you have those people like me that eventually got this game figured out over time, and then learn how to take these abilities and basically abuse the hell out of them. These specialist abilities, they're free kill streaks. Nomad's Attack Dog was a kill streak reward in the first Black Ops, or another example, Firebreak's Purifier. It was an attachment in the first Black Ops, the flamethrower, but it wasn't really all that destructive. But then I also remember the flamethrower being a kill streak reward in World War II. We know how to abuse those things in the right situation and make it a nightmare for everybody else. Now, it's all fun and games until it happens to you, because I've been in some matches where these specialist rewards were completely abused against me, and you know, I ended up rage quitting and leaving the lobby. I think the specialist that I hate, you know, almost the most, not nearly as much as the specialist that I plan on talking about, but Prophet gets on my nerves. Like, I hate that Seeker Mine. That thing was going to be the death of me. I could be running around the map all casual. That thing gave me the blues more than Nomad's Trip Mines. But I especially want to talk about the Zero. That thing had no place in this game. I don't care what anyone says. The simple fact that you could get brownie points and obtain the ice pick just for being in the game. You can hack streaks that everybody earned and either destroy them flat out without having to do much work. All you had to do was press L1 and R1, or LB and RB if you're on Xbox One at the same exact time, take them down or turn them against the other users. Now, if you were a casual gamer, that was one thing. You know, I didn't really have much to complain when it was the casual gamer that was doing it, or somebody that wasn't that good. What I was afraid of were those skill players that got a hold of the ice pick, because man, especially if they had their streaks stacked up, oh my goodness, yo, instant rage quit. I wanted nothing else to do with that lobby. But yeah, that would be number 4. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. Number 3, and we all collectively complained about this one. The weapons were highly overpowered. Now, it just felt like Treyarch couldn't get the weapon balancing done to save their life throughout the game's life cycle. The weapons, they were initially overpowered from the jump, and I can understand why, because with the added time to kill, the weapons have to be sort of overpowered to kind of supplement for the added time to kill. I just think that there was such a heavy emphasis placed on the time to kill that Treyarch couldn't really get the weapon balancing correct, you know, to have them parallel to the time to kill. But aside from that, there was a few things that annoyed me even more than that, and this is more or less the operator mods. Now, as a whole, the Stingray did not belong in this game, much like the Zero as a whole didn't belong in this game. I don't care what anyone says. Treyarch came at us with this excuse that the Stingray shoots projectiles instead of regular bullets, so you have to lead your shots, which is fine and understandable, but in an arcadey game like this, it doesn't take long to figure out. People are going to understand the game and people are going to get comfortable with it. So then when you take the operator mod, the Impact Blast, and I remember being in lobbies where maybe 5 out of 6 people on the opposing team are using the Impact Blast, now you just have a 2-round burst rocket launcher. That's pretty much the way I looked at it. Another thing that got on my nerves was the strobe light. I know a lot of people hated that. That induced a lot of rage on this here game. Shout out to the homie Thunder. Your videos are hilarious, big homie. But dude, if I saw you in a lobby, I would get so pissed. I would leave the lobby. I'll probably cuss you out afterwards. I'll probably hit you up on Twitter later on to let you know that, hey, no harm, no foul. It was just heat of the moment. But that's why I say that this game is not worth my sanity. That's why I do a lot of rage quitting. It's just not worth the time. Another thing that got annoying, maybe not as annoying as the strobe light and the Stingray, was the fire shotguns. It's something that I dealt with before in World War II. I remember how popular they were initially in Black Ops 4, but they kind of died out over time. Not as many people were using them. So those are just the weapons that kind of didn't sit well with me. There's a whole lot of other operator mods and a whole lot of other weapons that annoyed everyone. So I would like to know everyone's opinion down in the comment section. What weapon, what operator mod absolutely annoyed you the most? Which one of those absolutely made you rage quit? While you guys are thinking that up, we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump into number 2. Number 2, I'm not going to get too much in detail with it because it's pretty much a summary on its own, but the game wasn't really innovative. This game is pretty much Black Ops 3, that's boots on the ground, specialists are overpowered, and just pretty much the same things that we have already seen. Some of the maps are recycled, some of the weapons are recycled. This game didn't really have a story mode, so nothing made sense about the game. I feel like this game, I think it would have been much more pleasurable, and this is just going off principle alone. I think this game would have been much more enjoyable if it was free to play. And the reason why I say that is that's actually going to be part of my number 1 complaint about the game. But the game, there was just nothing innovative. There was nothing about this game that would really stand out. And if there was anything about this game that did stand out to me, it was more than likely not a positive type of standout. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into number one, because this is just the biggest of all, and I think we can all collectively agree on this for the most part. If you feel otherwise, let me know. The thing that I absolutely hated the most about Black Ops 4 is a disappointment. This game was a massive ripoff. The Call of Duty community was absolutely divided. You know, pay $60 for the entire game and then turn around and pay an additional $50 for the season pass. Like I said, this split up the community. Nobody got to enjoy it as a whole. It limited the lobbies that we were able to get into, and it just made for not a pleasurable experience. Now, Treyarch's version of the new maps and the new weapons, as I mentioned in the last thing that I hated about Black Ops 4, it was just recycled content. You know, we had maps that we'd already seen before, and we had a whole lot of weapons that we already seen before. The DLC maps that were brand spanking new that they did add with the season pass, those things had zero flow to them. Those maps were absolute trash. I saw nothing enjoyable about those things. It was one big confusion fest. I'm also questioning why the likes of Havana and WMD were part of the season pass DLC. We've already played those maps. We played them both in the first Black Ops. And what was it? WMD was a DLC add-on in its own right the first time we ever got to play it. So why would you make that part of the $60 season pass? If you ask me, that $60 season pass, you got nothing up out of it. All you did was make Activision richer. I get it, Activision was behind a whole lot of the greed that went into the game, but at the end of the day, as much as we can sympathize with Treyarch for being bullied by Activision in the long run, they have to share some of this blame. The new weapons that were originally in a contraband stream, you know, ended up being locked behind a paywall. Activision. First off, when the game first released, we didn't have the kind of time to grind out 200 tiers to complete the contraband stream. And then when we started unlocking weapons, we were forced to pretty much make time to grind out the game, or we're just gonna miss out on everything. And now, what do? You go ahead, you shorten the contraband stream, but then you take all new weapons eventually, and then you locked it behind a paywall. So you turn this into a pay-to-win game that I thought wasn't going to be the case when the game first came out. Yes, we got the weapons bribes, but even then you had to grind for those as well. So grinding the game out, it wasn't really that enjoyable. It was kind of monotonous after a while. It's like we're sitting over here having to grind out for case after case after case. That's not even going to guarantee us what we want. Now, we all fear that this is going to be the case when Modern Warfare comes out, but like I said, I'm not going to indulge in that just yet. I'm going to let Modern Warfare play out and see what happens. Once again, I know that Activision, as far as the business side of things, I understand that they are the bullies in the scenario. I understand that they are the ones that are causing the ripoffs behind us spending tons and tons of money. But like I said, in terms of innovation, recycled content, this is strictly on Treyarch. Now, I want to give Treyarch the benefit of the doubt here. I want to give them benefit of the doubt because we all know that Black Ops 5 will be following Modern Warfare. So maybe they gave us this recycled content because they're going to give us something completely different when they develop Black Ops 5. I mean, other than that, Black Ops 4, it just felt lazy. It felt rushed. Don't get me wrong, I got to enjoy the game for what it was worth, but I was expecting a whole lot more. And maybe because Treyarch has to develop Black Ops 5 on such short notice, maybe that's why everything played out the way it did. I'm gonna stick with that, all right? And all of that, my good people, were the top 5 things that I disliked about Black Ops 4. Now, like I said, we all had different opinions in terms of what we liked and what we disliked about the game. I will be dropping another video to explain what I did like about Black Ops 4, and it might contradict everything that I disliked about the game. But needless to say, if you guys have some input that you guys want to add in conjunction with this video, feel free to leave all of your opinions down in the comment section. I would love to get everybody's input on what they disliked about this game. If you enjoyed this video and you're subscribed to the channel, go ahead and leave a like. Let's help this channel grow a little bit. Let's push this video. Let's see if we can get some new subs out of it. If you are brand new to the channel and you're watching this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on all post notifications so that you don't miss a beat from me when I upload new videos. This is your boy Rob James. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.